हर बटर लगाने वाले के हाथ में चाकू होता है। आप उंगली उठाएंगे, पत्थर फेंकेंगे या फूल फेंकेंगे, उसकी तैयारी पूरी है। हम इंसान की कहानी बताना चाहते हैं जिससे वो रिलेट कर पाए, जो सिनेमा में बैठ के देखे ओके यार ये मेरी कहानी। ब्रिंग्स फतेह टू ऑल ऑफ अस। श्री वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह।
Namaste Sonu ji, I represent Mamaraazzi and I'm here to talk about your movie Fateh. How are you feeling today? Let me start with that.
Feeling great. फतेह की फतेह करने का समय आ गया है. We are coming on 10th of Jan and I hope कि जो भी मेहनत इतने साल सीख के की फतेह बनाने में, लिखने में, डायरेक्ट करने में, I hope कि लोगों को पसंद आए और उनको फतेह मिले.
बिल्कुल. I thought I'm going to start the interview by introducing you, but आपके लिए तो बस वो 2 लाइन ही काफी है कि वाकिफ कहाँ जमाना आपकी उड़ान से, और वो कोई और ही थे जो हार गए आसमान से. And I'm sure whenever people ask you about your achievements, about your anything that you do in the industry, of the industry, आपका हमेशा यही जवाब आता है कि जब आपसे लोग कहते हैं कि आपकी उड़ान में कमी है, तो आप कहते हैं नहीं, तेरे आसमान में कमी है. And there's no stopping you from anything. So you wear a lot of hats, from being a director to a producer to being a doting husband and a loving father and a rock behind your sisters. And now suddenly we hear about your directorial debut. What do you feel about it?
No, I think I'm just playing a part. Sometimes you're destined to write your own stories. कई बार दूसरे लोग आपको दिखा नहीं पाते तो खुद की कलम उठानी पड़ती है. So I think it's been a journey that when I came to Mumbai, I never knew a single soul. But I think working with all the best of best taught me something about the craft, and all the people that I've worked with, they always used to say ki, Sonu, you have a technical side and one day you're going to direct your own film. Never knew it'll happen with Fateh, but I'm glad, better late than never. When during COVID times we connected to the common man who got cheated by all the cyber fraudsters. So I thought that we need to address this issue, and this is how the journey of Fateh started, and I'm glad now we are ready with the movie, and I hope people, they enjoy the film.
I'm sure. People think of you as a very family man. You always talk about how proud you are of your lineage, of your parents, of your sisters, of your sons, everyone. Do you think this is a family entertainer, like a family movie where everybody, all of your fans can come and watch?
Of course, people love action. I've been doing action all these years, and somehow I always felt a gap that, action is always a chunk that has been told to an action director to execute it, but I always miss the story in that action thing, how the punches are going to be designed, how it's going to be something which people should watch it again and again. So that's why, I wrote the story of this action, how he's going to fight, how Fateh is going to use the tools which are next to him, whether it's a plate or a kettle or a fork or a pan or some boiling water. So all these things were put on paper. Then I wrote the story of action, spoke to Lee Whittaker, who's one of the best in the world, shot Fast and Furious, Jurassic Park, Captain Marvel. And when I narrated him the whole thing, and he said, and in fact my younger son Ayan told me, he said, Dad, make an action sequence which has no cuts, something which Indian industry hasn't seen. So I think that was the challenge, and then we made that happen. It was 2.5 months of prep. People were flown in from Mexico, South Africa to make that happen. And that's one of the most special sequences of Fateh. And I hope when people see that film, they can proudly say that, okay, Indian cinema also makes action which is at par with any Hollywood film.
Do you think you're playing safe with Fateh, because right now the action genre is like really trending? So do you think you just played it safe by jumping on the scene?
So when I started writing Fateh, it was almost 3.5 years ago. It was not that, I predicted what will happen after 3.5 years and I'll come with the film. So it took a lot of prep in writing, then shooting, then doing the post work, and the way it was edited, the way it's been sound designed, everything. So it's not, there's no genre that we say that, there's an action genre going on or a horror genre. A good film will work no matter when you get them. I hope Fateh lives up to the expectations that people have after seeing the teaser or the songs that's coming. Trailer is releasing on 23rd. So I know that, there's a lot of hard work and time has been given to this project. And when you give time, I think then the real element of that sheen comes in the cinema. That's what I've learned during Fateh. After doing almost close to 1890 films, I realized that a film needs that much of time on the post, on the prep, and while shooting. So yes, Fateh has been my only job from past 3.5 years. I've been saying no to most of the films that were offered, and I hope this hard work pays off.
The audiences have seen the teaser and वो कहते हैं ना आगाज ही इतना बढ़िया हुआ है कि I'm sure the movie is going to be fabulous. I also wanted to ask you that your fan following, your fans, आप उनके फैन हैं जो बहुत मेहनत से काम करते हैं. कई बार आपको देखा गया है that you are promoting people जो गन्ने का जूस बेच रहे हैं शायद एक हाईवे पे. तो ये भी आपकी ऑडियंस है. And going to cinema these days is a luxury.
Right.
How do you want to make it accessible to those audience who really love you and would want to see you on big screen?
Yeah, the idea is, every single individual has a way to entertain oneself. It's whether it's a single screen in a small village, or whether it's a multiplex in a big metro. But everyone wants to get entertained. So to pull them to the theaters, you need to be very special. You have to be very exclusive and something which people have not seen. And I think then only people, they take out the time to give you the due that you deserve. And I've kept that in mind, that, Fateh is a story of a common man who suffers from all these cyber fraudsters every single day. So yeah, it's more relatable. But again, it's woven nicely in a space of action which Indian cinema hasn't seen in recent couple of years. So I hope the kind of hard work that has been put in Fateh, brings Fateh to all of us.
I'm sure. Also, this is your first directorial venture and also a production house of Shakti Sagar and Sonali ji being again the wind beneath your wings, a very strong solid force behind you. Do you think production in a movie is like a thankless job, like बारातियों को खाने खिलाने की तरह कि आप कुछ भी करो एक मामा और फूफड़ नाराज नहीं होने हैं? Do you think
of course,
it's something like that?
ये होता है 100%. I think that's how the thing is. When you produce a film, you have to make sure that everyone has a smile. But again, all the technical people who are involved in the process of making a film, they know how genuine you are or how happy you can make them on the sets. But I think a vibe on the set decides the fate of the film. If people are happy, they're satisfied, they go thanking you or praying for you, a film works. So I think it's very important. That's why I've experienced all these years. A vibe on set reflects the film on screen also. So we had a great vibe on the set. We were making schools in the villages that we shot. The whole village was always it was a free entry for everyone to come, eat, enjoy on the sets. So I think, there was a great positive vibe that was floating around when we were shooting, and I hope that vibe turns into box office numbers.
I am sure that will happen for you with so much blessings, like you always say in the words of your mother that दुआओं की स्याही
अपनी कलम में डाल ले तो फिर देख तेरा नाम पन्नों पर नहीं आसमान पर
लिखा जाएगा. I'm sure with so much of blessings, everything is going to work wonders. But having said that, everybody is not who are pleased with you, right?
Yeah.
So now that you're coming up with this movie, I'm sure you have to be ready for the brickbats, for the critiques, for people who are just waiting for the sun to go down on you. So I'm sure you had said somewhere कि अपनी पीठ मजबूत रखना इस इंडस्ट्री में, क्योंकि जहाँ शाबाशियां मिलती है वहां पर आपको छुरे भी खाने पड़ सकते हैं. Are you ready for those critics? Because you look so composed and calm. But कहीं ना कहीं क्या real life का सोनू सूद इन चीजों से अफेक्ट होता है?
देखिए, बड़ी कमाल की लाइन है कि हर बटर लगाने वाले के हाथ में चाकू होता है.
बिल्कुल, वाह.
वो एक बड़ी चीज है जो मुझे आज से नहीं, तब से पता है जब मैं इस इंडस्ट्री में आया था. तो आप ये सोचते हैं कि आप किसके लिए बना रहे हैं फिल्म. क्या उन लोगों के लिए फिल्म बना रहे हैं जो आप पे उंगली उठाएंगे या आपको नीचे खींचना चाहते हैं, या फिर आप अपने लिए वो फिल्म बना रहे हैं जो जिसपे आप विश्वास रखते हैं, या उस आम इंसान के लिए फिल्म बना रहे हैं जो आपकी फिल्म की इंतजार कर रहा है, या उस आम इंसान की कहानी बताना चाहते हैं जिससे वो रिलेट कर पाए, जो वो सिनेमा में बैठ के देखे ओके यार ये मेरी कहानी है और मुझे मजा आया इसको देखते हुए. मैं उन लोगों के लिए फिल्म बनाया हूँ. अच्छा और बुरा लोग हमेशा बोलेंगे, क्योंकि जब आप मंच पे खड़े हैं तो उंगली उठाने का हक हर किसी को है. बट हाँ, मैं मंच पे आया हूँ तो पूरी तैयारी से आया हूँ. आप उंगली उठाएंगे, पत्थर फेंकेंगे या फूल फेंकेंगे, उसकी तैयारी पूरी है, लेकिन मंच पे आने का जो सोच है और जिगरा है वो पूरा है। बाकी 10 तारीख को तय करेंगे कि लोग क्या बोलते हैं।
बिल्कुल इस जज्बे के साथ I'm sure आप बिल्कुल तैयारी से हैं और आपकी टीम भी we've just seen the song Hitman and I'm sure you're aware that the comparisons are made with John Wick and Animal की टीम के साथ आपका comparison किया जा रहा है. How do you feel you're different? What is different?
I'm glad we're compared to verticals that are successful and people look up to those things. I hope that we live up to those expectations. But all I can say is, if you talk about action, it'll be something which will make everyone proud. It's good to be inspired, but again, it's tough to live up to those expectations. Yeah, I'm inspired by all the great action genre films that have been made. But yes, an equal amount of hard work has been put in, equal amount of prep has been put in to execute it. And I've been doing films from past 20 years in all different languages. And all that I've learned in the craft, in action, in dialogue writing, in the look of the film, in production designing, I've tried to put everything together in Fateh. And I hope people love it. But all I can promise you that it'll be something different from what you've been seeing in recent years.
Right. I cannot go without asking you this question on behalf of all the women fraternity all across the world. You've made 51 look so amazing, so gorgeous. I was watching the trailer and there was one scene where you're just lying down vertically. So I had to tilt my head to watch those abs. So Mumbai is famous for vada. And what about these paws? How are you doing it? How are you? What's the
I think it's about discipline, how you follow your routine. The day I started going to the gym in my college days till now, it's the same routine that I follow. And it's important to just not work out or stay disciplined only for a role. It should be a part of your routine, part of your life. And that's something that I enjoy the most. And I hope people
give us
enjoy.
One doable tip, Sonu. Don't say I drink water.
I'm a vegetarian and I've lived my life with full discipline and I'll keep on maintaining that.
I'm sure people vouch for that. Your discipline is awe-inspiring. And with that, I'm so thankful. Thank you so much for your time. And since there's a Punjabi in the house, can we finish this with Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa?
Shri Vaheguru Ji Ki
Fateh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Sonu Sood and you're watching me on Mamaraazzi.